Okay, so here is our Ansible presentation. So guys, before going to Ansible, I would like to explain a scenario for it. Okay, just please be proper while I'm explaining, because if you explain the scenario, you will able to explain the whole Ansible concept, the complete Ansible. Okay, if you can't able to understand this scenario, right, you will not get anything. Okay, for example, let's say you are working on a corporate company. Okay, this is me, for example, like I am telling. So this will be me. Okay, on my new company, the thing is actually there are 4 people like newly joined. The first one is like he is a developer. Second one is tester. Third guy is let's say Linux administrator, admin, and fourth guy is like data science. Okay. So what exactly the developer requirement is? The developer needs to work on Java. So which thing he need to have on his local system? He need to definitely work on Java, means he need to have Java software as well as some like frameworks. Let's take Spring. And the tester he is. So if he is a tester, that means he needs to have some JMeter or Selenium or some other frameworks. Different. Okay. Requirement is different. Like after the very next minute, he got to know that 10 developers join again. 10 new developers. Okay. For example, if the person takes 1 hour to complete the setup for developer 1, how many hours he need to take to set up the 10 developers? 10 hours. Okay. And again, 10 new testers came. If we take 1 hour to set up all these things for one tester, how many hours will he take to complete this? 10 hours. Again, the same thing for Linux admin. Again, 10 new joinees came, as well as data scientist also 10 new joinees came. So if you observe something, for a single person, for a single developer, if you need to set up this Java and Spring, how many hours you need to consume? 1 hour. But in the same case, there are 10 users coming. So how many hours you need to spend? That means a whole day in his working day. Okay. If you observe these kind of things, the main thing is here, he is consuming a lot of time. Like what are the time what we are seeing, right? He is consuming a lot of time. But here what we can do is, we can use a simple tool called Ansible. By using Ansible, we can deploy all these Java and Spring frameworks in 1 hour for 10 developers. Normally the thing is, for 1 developer, it will take 1 hour. But here with the help of Ansible, I am saying that for 10 developers, how many hours am I saying? 1 hour. So if you observe this scenario, is this Ansible helpful for us or not? Definitely it's going to help us. Because if you don't have your Ansible machine with you, then what it is going to do? It is going to take a lot of manual work. So Ansible means automation, automation means Ansible. That's the only thing you need to remember. So what is Ansible? Automation. For automation purpose we are using. If you observe this one, if the developers go to the person 1 and completes the work, and again the Linux admin goes to the developer 2, again completes the work, that will be your manual work. Okay, that will be your manual work. But without going to the developer point, without going to the developer system, if he works from his machine, what it is called as automation. Okay, so this is a scenario that we are going to learn now. So Ansible is nothing but, for example, if I have 10 servers, okay, I have 10 servers, I need to work on all the servers at a single time. Okay, I need to work on a single time. So for that purpose, which tool we are using? Ansible tool we are using. So this is like the basic use case of Ansible, guys. We are going to make it practically now. Okay, but before going to that, let's have something presentation. So see, first of all, what is Ansible? The meaning of Ansible, the main purpose of Ansible is it's a configuration management tool. What it is? Configuration management tools. Don't write the notes because you have LMS, right? You need not to write the notes. Just focus on the class. Okay, it will be enough. Close all the notes first of all. Close your notes. Okay. So Ansible is nothing but configuration management tool. So here you can ask me, sir, what exactly is configuration is? For example, when you are going to buy something, a laptop, a new laptop, the first question that the shop owner is going to ask you, sir, what is the configuration? Definitely, he is going to answer the ask the same question, because without specifying the configuration, we can't able to buy this laptop. So here, what exactly the configuration means is, configuration is nothing but the combination of both hardware and software components. Configuration is nothing but combination of both hardware and software components. If you look here, RAM and storage, are these hardware or software? Both are hardware components. And if you see OS is something called as like software. Okay. So the configuration is nothing but both the combination of hardware and software components. And again, here we are seeing management. What is meant by management? So management is nothing but, for example, you are having your Java 11 version. Okay, 11 version. If we want to update that version, we can update to like 1.8 or something like that. So management is nothing but if you are having a package or software, if you want to go for the latest version of it, then it is what we call as management. So we can update the current software, we can delete the software, and we can add the new features as well. So again, I'm saying that Ansible is configuration management tool. What is the meaning of configuration? I have 20 servers. I need to deploy on all the 20 servers. Okay. But if I go one by one server, what it will going to do, it will going to take me a lot of time. But by using of this Ansible, am I able to do automatic or not? Can we do it or not? So that's the meaning of it. And like just forgot about this point. I will explain on setup what is orchestration, security, and compliance. I will explain at later part. And if you want to work on Ansible, you need to know something called as YAML. Okay, what it is called as YAML. The meaning of YAML is, I mean, abbreviation I'm telling, yet another markup language. What it is? If a user want to work on Ansible, it might be your Ansible. It might be your upcoming Docker. It might be your upcoming Kubernetes. No matter which tool you are using, you definitely need to know this YAML scripting language. I will tell you like how to write the scripts on it. We will use it on Docker. We will use it on Ansible and Kubernetes also. We are going to this same YAML concept. Okay. Now this YAML scripting language is work on something called as key value pair. What it is? Key value pair. Okay. If you want to work on this Ansible, you need to learn YAML language. So how this YAML language works? Key value pair. Sir, you can ask me, sir, what is key value pair here? So key value pair is something where we can say like this. For example, when you enter to our class, you need to fill a form, right? I mean, on online also. What they are going to ask? They are going to ask name, colon, and your name. You are going to do this. So your name is nothing but key. Okay. And what RAM is here? Value. After name, they are going to ask your age. Okay. So age is your key. And the value I'm going to give here? Definitely value. And location is your, and the Hyderabad is here, value. So in this format, YAML is going to be written completely. No matter how many YAML scripts you are using, all the format will be on which format? Key value format. Sometimes key value format is also called as dictionary. If you call it as key value pair or if you call it as dictionary, it is the same meaning you are going to get. Okay. So key value pair and dictionary. Next. For Ansible, like Jenkins, we have graphical user interface, right? We have seen the Jenkins dashboard. Like for the Ansible also, we have something called as Ansible Tower, which is graphical user interface for Ansible. Okay. The working lies for this Ansible Tower is, it's completely just drag and drop. You need not to write any code there. You can directly just drag and drop all these things for it. Next, like while we are working on Maven, what is the dependency for Maven, guys? Java is your dependencies. And like Jenkins, Java. Like Maven and Jenkins, this Ansible is also having a dependency. That dependency is Python dependency. Without Python, Ansible is not going to work for you. Okay. What is the dependency for this Ansible? Python. For Jenkins and Maven, Java is your dependency. Next. So again, one more time, I'm explaining all these concepts. So Ansible is your configuration management tool. What is the meaning of configuration, guys? Combination of hardware and software components. And what's the meaning of management? Adding, deleting, or updating the current packages. And Ansible is a simple IT source engine which automates. The main work is to automate the deployments. Ansible main work. Okay. And to work on AML, which thing we need to learn? YAML. We need to learn AML. AML works on what type of working? Key value pair. Key value pair is also called as dictionary. Okay. And what is the name of Ansible GUI, guys? Ansible Tower is the name of Ansible Graphical User Interface. The working is always drag and drop only. And like to work with the Ansible, what is one more thing we need to have? Python. Remember one thing. If you need to work on Ansible, okay, the language you need to learn is AML scripting language. But the backend configuration is written on Python. So Python is your dependency and AML is your language for Ansible. Clear for all of you? Perfect. No, it's not necessary. Like it's the backend purpose. Okay. So that means Ansible will work on this Python backend, but we need not to learn anything Python. If it is having on your own pocket, it will be helpful for you. Okay. So next, let's go for the history. So how Ansible comes into the market, I will explain some history. So there is a guy called Michael Dehan. Okay. Michael Dehan is the guy who completely taken this Ansible. In which year? Okay. So how many flavors we have on Linux? We have some n number of flavors like Red Hat, Ubuntu, CentOS, Debian, Fedora, OpenSUSE, Linux Mint. All these are some of our flavors. But now this Ansible is taken care by Red Hat only. Right? But this Red Hat, what exactly done is, it also makes sure that it is available for other flavors also. It is not only dedicated for Red Hat. We can use Ansible on Debian. We can use Ansible on CentOS as well as Oracle Linux. And we can use also on some other flavors also. Even though it is taken care by Red Hat, we can use on different Linux flavors. Okay. Next, you might have a doubt, sir, like if my servers are on cloud, am I able to work? Okay. But what about if I am working on premises? If you're working on premises also, the working is same. Nothing is going to be changed. So on Ansible, you are able to work on premises as well as cloud environments. And the one more beauty of this Ansible is you can create your infrastructure completely with this Ansible. If I want to create an EC2 instance with the help of Ansible, I can create. If I want to create an S3 bucket with the help of Ansible, I can create it. But for this purpose, we will separately use another tool called Terraform. But with the help of Ansible also, we are able to create our infrastructure with using a code. Okay. Like, tell me one thing. Up to now, we have anyone logged to class? Here, online class. I'm able to hear my own echo. Okay. So that means like up to now, we have created so many instances, right? We have created a lot of instances. Have we created it manually or through code? Manually. We haven't created it through code. But from Terraform or else by using Ansible, we can create it through code as well. I will show you like how to do this. So next, working principle. So up to now, we are clear. We have seen the what exactly is Ansible and the history of Ansible. Are we clear up to now? Okay. Just try to focus on what I am explaining for the next 5 minutes, because the every concept that you are going to work is basing on this same working principle. Okay. So let us understand how exactly this Ansible work is. So Ansible will have something called as main server, that is called as your Ansible server. If you remember Jenkins, there is a master component, right? Master built-in node. Have you remembered that? The Jenkins where it is installed called as our master node. Okay. Like that, we have something called as Ansible server. That will be your Jenkins continuous integration server. This will be your Ansible server. Okay. There is something called as Ansible server. So as I said before, I have 10 developers, 10 testers, and 10 data scientists, and 10 Linux admins. Okay. All the missions are going to be align like this. Okay. If I want to connect from my Ansible main node to one of these Linux machine or one of this developer machine, by using which thing we can connect? Same like your master and slave concept. On master and slave also, we connect it to through SH, right? The same component like we are going to work here. So how it will be work is, for example, I am going to make a file called inventory file. What is the file name is? Inventory file. So here I am going to write like this, group A. This group A is nothing but developer. So I am going to ensure that I have listed all the developer machines here. I have my developer machine. Thus developer machine will consist of IP address, right? So I am going to name here developer and IP of that machine. All the 10 list. Again, I am going to make another group that is called as tester group. So how many machines that tester consists of? 10 machines. I am going to write all the 10 IP address. Again, for the Linux admin, I am going to make it as Linux group and I am going to list the 10 IP address. Again, data science. So I am going to make a group called data science and I am going to list all that IP address. So after filling of this inventory file, that I am going to write something called as playbook. What it is? Playbook. So on this playbook, I will mention for this developer group, you need to install Java package. Okay. For this tester group, you need to install Selenium or JUnit. For this data scientist, you need to install something called as Python. So I am going to write it where? On playbook. Okay. This playbook is going to target which one? Inventory files it is going to target. Okay. So this is exactly how the things will work on Ansible. You will like setup is nothing but like understanding. Have anyone remember this Jenkins master and slave concept? The same setup. Okay. But here we need to add some more other steps. That's it. Okay. But the rest of the things will be same as like we have done on Jenkins. Okay. So this is your working principle. I am one more going one more time I'm going to explain. First of all, we are having our Ansible main server. So we are going to connect to how? To the other servers through SSH. So you are going to list out all your IP addresses of nodes on where? On your inventory file. So through playbook, you are going to target inventory files. So what are the things you have written on playbook is going to execute on where? All these your nodes. Okay, it will come to understanding when we see it practically. So to do the practically, to write the playbooks practically, we need to set up this Ansible. So how it can be done is, these are the things how we need to perform. So let me first of all create some new nodes. I'm going to log into my console. So like I'm changing my region. I'm using Mumbai now. So are you able to see any machines here? Any running machines? Like there is one thing like this is Jenkins. So like I am going to don't use this one. Like I am going to create it on like Northern Virginia. Let's go to Northern Virginia. There are some instances like here I am seeing nothing, right? So first of all, I am going to create only two groups. One is developer group, another one is testing group. Okay. So I am going to create two nodes on each group. So total how many nodes? 4 nodes. Along with these 4 nodes, I am going to perform all these actions through Ansible Server. So 4 plus 1, 5 nodes. Click on launch instances. Like don't give the names here because we are having 5 at a time, right? So select the key pair which you want to. I am going to use this ABCD1. Security group is not really necessary for Ansible. Okay, we can directly allow like SH only. If you want to do it, like you can create or else use Jenkins one. Like again, it is not necessary, but I am letting you know. So total I want 5 instances. Click on launch instances. It will be initiated now. So among these 5, one is your Ansible server, right? So name it as Ansible server. So this is the developer 1 node. So I'm giving it as dev1. So this is your developer 2 node. And what is the other group that we are going to work with now? Tester. So for tester, like I am going to give it as QA1. And this is QA2. You can also take n number of nodes, but for practically, as of now, for initial day, we are going to work with how many groups? Groups I'm talking about. 4 groups. 2 groups. Okay, 2 groups. How many nodes on each group? 2. So total 4 nodes and one is Ansible main server node. So like you can connect to these machines or else like you can connect to Putty wherever you want. So I am going to connect to Putty. ABCD where it is. I think this is down. Have anyone deleted it? Okay. So first of all, like I am going to increase the font size for you. Thing I'm going to do is I want to work on Ansible. So that means I need to install Ansible, right? So the command to install it, sudo. Sudo is not really necessary. If you want, you can make it. Sudo Amazon Linux extras install Ansible 2-y. So it will install my Ansible. Okay. So my main Ansible package is ready for me now. So what is the dependency for Ansible, guys? Python. So we need to install few of the Python modules. So just like this, like Python, pip, as well as like OpenSSL. We need to install all these things. Like it is a default package for Ansible. So here you are seeing something like all the EPEL packages as we are seeing on Jenkins, right? So there are some EPEL packages. Here we are able to see this Python 3.8 also. That means your latest one. But again, like we need to install pip package, okay, PAP, as well as OpenSSL. So yum install Python pip OpenSSL-y. And again, if you want to make install Git also, you can install this as well. So all these packages will also be able to install. Is it clear? So first of all, we have installed Ansible. After that, so and here if you see something like from here onwards, I need to make a file edit. So on this file, I am going to put all my hosts. So how many nodes do I have? 4 nodes. How many groups we are going to make? 2 groups. To make this enable, we need to edit a file called host file. So lot of people are writing ANSABLE. Don't write like this. Just give AN tab. Okay. Just give AN tab. Like here on AN, how many letters we have? Anacron tab is one thing and Ansible is one thing. So give ANS. Is it filled automatically? And you want to make this file edit like host. Give HO and tab. Is it automatically filled? Like don't try to type manually. Use this tab. Enter. If you go here, like here are the some of the examples you are seeing. green.example.com, webserver.example.com, right? So here you are going to make a group called dev. This is your group, right? Developers group. So on developer groups, how many nodes you are having? 2 nodes. So here we need to list all the IP address for this developer nodes. So go to your console. This is my developer 1. So select this one and copy the private IP address. Paste it over here. And again, we have developer 2 node now. So select this developer node 2. Okay. Copy this private IP address and paste it over here. So we are having only 2 developer nodes. So we have given only 2 IP addresses. So what is the other group we are having? Tester. So give QA. Here you can also name your names as well. You can name your name. For example, if your name is Raju, you can name this Raju group. If your name is like Roshan, you can name the group name as Roshan like this. So go to this QA, select this QA1. And you are going to copy your private IP address from here and going to paste on which group? QA group. And again, we are having another node here. So select this QA2 and we are going to copy it on under which group? QA2. Okay. So this is done. I have two groups. One is developer group, and on developer group, I am having how many nodes? And what is the second group name? Test. How many nodes we have on test? Okay. So now I'm going to save this file. So again, there is a file I need to edit for this inventory purpose. So this is your inventory file actually, but this file is commented format. I want to make this uncommented. So we need to edit a file called vam/etc ansible.cfg. Okay. So if we go here, like these are the default value, guys. Okay, default values are commented. So I need to make this enable, right, for the default values. So I am going to make this inventory file enable, as well as like our sudo user wrote enable. That's it. So again, I'm going to exit from this. So how many files we have edited up to now? One is your host file and one is your configuration file. Okay. So now from here onwards, what are the commands you are going to perform is same for all the nodes. It is same for your Ansible main node, developer node 1, developer node 2, tester node 1 and tester node 2. Okay. All the things are going to be same. But before going to that, I am going to explain you a topic called as inventory host pattern. What is inventory host pattern? If you observe here, I have 4 nodes with me. Now, if I want to know how many nodes are there, what are their IP addresses, there is a command called Ansible all -list -hosts. Are we able to see the list of all hosts here? Able to see it or not? But among all of these, I need only developer list. What we can do is Ansible. What is our group name? Dev -list -hosts. Am I able to see only this developer list? Again, I want to make only this tester list. What is the command? Ansible QA -list hosts. Are we able to understand what exactly is happening? So just we are listing these things which we want to understand. Okay, perfect up to now. So the thing is like I am going to make something called as your index numbers. I'm going to tell what exactly is index number is. If you observe something here you are having how many nodes? 4 nodes. So if you want to get the information, or if you want to only work on first node of among all this one, so the index number is 0. What is the index number for node 1? Top to bottom. Again, I'm telling, and index what number for node 2? Index number for node 1, index number for node 2, index number for node 3, 2, and index number for node 4 is 3. But if we go for the down to bottom, -1, -2, -3, and -4. So this will be, if I want to, for example, if I want to like print the node number 3, what is the command I need to give? We can give from upward or downward, like I want it from top to bottom. So give the whole command Ansible. Okay. All. Here we need to give third node. Third node means index number is 2. -list -hosts. Am I able to see this third one? 2 to 4, 2 to 4. If you want to like print the 4th node of your total pattern, what is the thing we need to change here? Index number 3. These from top to bottom. If I want to do the same action from bottom to top, what is the index number do I need to give? -1. So -1 is for last mission. So this is exactly how the things will work on the host pattern. Is it clear up to now for all of you? So now the thing is, I want to make print from index number like a node 2 to node 4. I want to print all these numbers from node 4 to node 4 to node 2 to node 4. So all the things is use the same command, but remove this one. What is the index number for node 2? 1. U colon. And what is the index number for node 4? 3. So that means from index number 2 to index number 4, we are going to print it. Am I able to print all these 3 nodes? In this way, you can work how exactly. Okay, like this concept will not ask an interview point, but it will be able to understand when we work with playbooks only. Okay, is it clear the concept? How to make list of the inventory patterns and what are the index numbers and how to print these index numbers. Is it clear for all of you? Okay. So now we are going to set up part. Just give me a second. Okay. So the setup part is quite easy, guys. So I'm going to perform all the commands parallelly for this mission 1, mission 2, and mission 3, mission 4, and mission 5. Like for initial purpose, I'm going to perform this on only one group, that is your developer group. So on homework, you need to make this invent on test nodes as well. So the first command I'm going to give it is user add command. User add command is for what purpose? To add users, right? So let me connect to these missions as well. So I am connecting these dev missions through browser only. Okay. So this is dev 1 and we need to go for like you can connect with put your mob custom as your wish. You can use both dev 2. So is it visible for you guys? Font size. Okay. This is my developer 1 node and this is your developer 2 node. Okay. And on the putty machine, it is your like Ansible main server. So I am going to give a command call user add Ansible. Okay. So on these same machines, user add Ansible. On this mission as well, user add Ansible. So step number 1 is done. Step number 2 is we have created a user called Ansible. We need to give password for it, right? So what is the command to give password? passwd Ansible. So make ensure that password must be at least 8 characters. Okay. This is done. And the same missions also, like we are going to perform the same command, passwd Ansible. On this node as well. So are we clear up to now? First step we have performed is we have added a user. Second step is password. And what might be the third step? If I want to make this user a pseudo user, what I need to do? And the line number is yesterday also 100 colon 100 YYP. Copy and paste. And which user you need to add here? Ansible. And at the end we need to give no password. So the same thing need to be performed on this dev 1 and dev 2. So give va sudo again this same thing on this mission as well, developer 2 mission. So va sudo line number is 100 YYP. So step number 3 is done. Step number 1 is adding user. Step number 2 is password setting. Step number 3 is pseudo user. And step number 4 is we need to make edit on a file for password authentication. What is the file here? VAM/etc SSH /SSHD _config. So here line number is 63. So go for the line number 63. And password authentication node 2 we need to change for. Yes. So the same thing here also. So VAM/etc SSH /config. So all these steps you have performed previously where? Jenkins setup. The same setup for here as well. Nothing more difference. If someone missed this Jenkins, like you are having some confusion on Jenkins, right? Like how to set up. If you try to observe same thing also, the same class I am repeating. Okay, but we are installing Ansible here and we have installed Jenkins set. That's the only difference. So on line number 63, I'm going. Password authentication from node 2. Okay, so the 4 steps is completed. So first one, we have created a user. After that, we have given password. After that, sudo user. And after that, we have changed the password authentication node to yes. So we have changed it on SSHD service configuration file. So we need to restart service, right? Definitely. So give command systemctl restart SSHD. Copy this command, you need to perform this same command there as well. So after restarting, you need to give status to check it is acting or not. Is it working? Okay. So now check on this both as well. If you try to copy here, don't give Control V, it won't work. You need to give right arrow as well as you need to paste it here. This is one type. I will also let you know how to do it on another type. So before going to that, you need to check status. Is it active? And here I am going to directly copy paste it here. How it will work is use shift insert. Okay, if you give shift insert on your keyboard, it will be going to directly paste on your console. Clear? It is shortcut, guys. So after restarting, we need to give status. It is active and running. So now what you are going to do is log in on Ansible user on all the machines. So how to log in as Ansible user? How to log in as Ansible user? This is -Ansible. This is the command. Previously you logged as Jenkins user, right? On your previous machines. So same, you are going to log in as Ansible user on all the machines. So on here also, I am going to give it as yes, -Ansible. So now I have logged in as Ansible user. So are we clear up to now what we have done? Are we clear or not? Okay. So now if I want to connect to my dev machines through Ansible server, what I need to do? To establish connection for SSH, what we need? What we need? Key pair, simple. Okay. So we need to generate the key pair. So how to generate the key pair? SSH-keygen. So give. So the key is generated. So first of all, I am going to install these keys on my local host. So what is the command for it? SSH-copy-ansible IP address or local host you can give. So remember guys, this is the same way to connect Jenkins as well. I have seen practically on labs, so you right. So a lot of people are facing to connect these machines. Okay, this is very, very simple step. Just follow this one as I am saying. So what is the command to copy the keys? SSH-copy-id. First of all, we need to do it on local host. Click yes. It will ask me for password. Give password, and password I need to give it as I have set this Ansible password, right? So I need to give the same password here. Is the keys added? Now if I want to connect, just copy this one from here and paste it over here. You are directly able to connect into your local host. So this will be your local host. If you if you are having some doubts, try to compare this IP address. 83.240, 83.240 are the same IP address or different? Same IP address. So that means we have logged our local host. Now I am exiting from here. If I want to connect my dev1, what is the command do I need to perform here? What is the command? First command. I need to hear from all of you guys. What is the command to perform now? I need to copy the private IP address, and command I need to give is SSH-copy ID Ansible and IP address of this dev1 node. Okay. So go to here and you will find your IP address. So dev1 private IP address, copy from here, and we need to paste it here. So this is the command to copy the keys. Okay. Hit enter. Chupista. So give yes here. So after that, it is asking password for us. So which password we need to give here? Dev1 password. So for the God's sake, I have make all the passwords same. So I don't need to confuse for anything. Click on enter here. Oh, wait a second. Can someone switch on there? Switch on the. No. Yeah, it's okay. No, fine. Okay. So here we need to give the password. So I am giving the password. Oh, wait a second. Password, it is not connecting. So is the keys added for me now? So in this way, we can add the keys as well. So now what we need to do is, now I am able to like log in this mission by copying this one, SSH Ansible private IP address of dev1. Am I able to log into dev1? 2 to 4, right? So now again exit from here. Now you tell me what is the command I need to make sure that connection is happened for Ansible and dev2. What is the command we need to perform here? SSH copy -ID Ansible IP address of dev2. Okay, like here you are struggling a lot, right? So this will be a simple command. Paste it here, click on enter. USC here. So password for dev2. Is the keys added? Again, if you want to log in as dev2 mission, you want to log in. What is the command? Simple SSH Ansible private IP address of dev2. Are we able to log into dev2 now? So on which mission you have logged in as dev2? Ansible. So exit from here. So this is the way of connection. Are you still having any doubts on connection part? There is only 2 steps you need to perform. First step is we need to generate the key pair. Okay. SSH-copy -ID Ansible of private IP address. The keys is added. We need to give the command as SSH Ansible all of IP address to log. Copying the key paste. Like what is the command to copy? Ansible of private IP address. So that's it. That's the only step you need to remember. Okay. So this is done up to now. Like, Pranay, give me charger. Okay, Pradeep Kumariam, I have a question. All these nodes are in same cluster. Yes, all these nodes are on same cluster now. Like what are the nodes you are working with dev, right? So all these missions will be on same cluster. If you want to change the cluster, like you can change this IP address. Can you connect this? Okay, so this is the setup, guys. So what we have seen up to now is, we have seen first of all what is Ansible, and after that history of Ansible. After that, Ansible working hierarchy, how it works, right? So after that, what we have seen? Inventory host patterns. And finally, we have seen Ansible setup of a cluster. Is it clear up to now for all of you? Okay, perfect. So now what we need to do is, from next, I'm going to perform some operations. Okay, that will be your ad hoc commands. Remember one thing. If you want to work on Ansible, you can work on 3 ways. How many ways? First one is Ansible ad hoc commands. Second one is modules. And third one will be your playbooks. Let me go to presentation for a clear understanding. So if we go here, see here I have written clearly. If you want to work with the code for Ansible, how many ways we can done? 3 ways. What is your way one? Ansible ad hoc commands. So ad hoc commands is nothing but if you want to do a work temporarily, okay, that is not your daily work. Like once in a 1 month or 2 months, once in a 1 month. That means temporary way. So to do all these temporary activities, what we can do is we can use ad hoc commands. What it is? Ad hoc commands are nothing but your simple Linux commands. ls, it's a Linux command. Yum install, it's a Linux command. So all these will be your Linux commands only, but use it for temporary purpose. Okay. If you want to work regularly, these ad hoc commands will not be useful for you. Okay. For regular purpose, what are the things we need is we need to use modules or playbooks. So what exactly is module is? Module is nothing but a single Linux command, but it will work on key pair format, key value pair. Okay. So that means your AML. We need to work AML by using modules. Next, another one is playbook. The meaning of playbook is if you are having more than one module, you are having 5 modules at a time. So we can use all these 5 modules on where? Playbook. That's the only thing. Is it clear? So again, I'm telling, if you want to work on Ansible on a code level, how many ways you can work? First way is ad hoc commands. Ad hoc commands are used for temporary works. Second way is modules. Modules works on single command and works on which format? Key value. Okay. Next, playbooks is nothing but bunch of modules or collection of modules is called as playbook. Okay. Ad hoc command doesn't require AML. But if you want to work on modules or playbook, you require definitely AML. Okay. So let's understand ad hoc commands for today. Okay. So the meaning of ad hoc commands is, as I said, these commands can be run individually to perform quick actions. So that means use it for temporary purpose. Next, it is not used for configuration management and deployment. Okay. Because configuration management is not your temporary work. It will be your daily work. So that means, is ad hoc commands going to help us there? No, we are not going to use ad hoc commands there. Next, if you want to run these ad hoc commands or modules or playbooks, we need to have a command line tool. If you observe, when we are working on Git, we are definitely giving git add, git commit, and git status. So that means initially we are giving git. That is your command line tool. When we are working on Maven, we are giving mvn install, mvn clean, mvn deploy, mvn test. So mvn is your command line tool. Like that, on Ansible also, we are having a command line tool called Ansible. So initially, if you want to work on Ansible, you need to give a command called Ansible in front of all the commands. Is it clear? Okay. So now, let's go to the Ansible server, and we need to switch to root. Total 2 instances on dev group. So I am already on. I want to see the list of files on all these dev groups. So I mean, it needs to go for 2 nodes, and I give ls. Is there any files here? No. If it is 2, I can do that. But if it is 20, how can I do it? Do I need to go for the 20 missions and log in? Do I need to check all this? No. For that purpose, we have a tool called Ansible. So by using Ansible, we can check it. So how the things will work is, what is the command line tool for Ansible? Ansible. So give Ansible 1. And on which nodes you need to take? On which group? We are going to check. Dev. Give it as dev. And give hyphen a. Hyphen is common for all. Hyphen is nothing but your argument. If you want to pass an argument, what is the, you need to give this flag? Hyphen a. And what is the thing that I need to do is I need to list. What is the command to list? Give ls. So it is going to check now. See what will happen now. Has it checked there? Are we able to see any files there? Are we able to see any? No. But my thing is here I need to create these files on all the dev missions. So what is the command to create a file? Touch. So let's understand how it works. So give the command as Ansible. What is the group name? Dev. After that we need to give -a for argument. And here we need to give touch file1. So the file1 is going to be created on both machines now. So it is telling like this. Okay. So on 172.31.94.224 machine, something is changed here. Okay. So that means my file is created or not? It's created. So now again I want to list. What is the command to list? Tell me the whole command. Ansible group name dev -a. Am I able to see the file1 now? Able to see it or not? Now I want to create a directory called Raham. What will be the command for me? Tell me the whole command. Ansible. Next. mkdir Raham. So now you are able to see this directory as well. To list all the files and directories, which command we need to give? Ansible -ls. So this is the command to list. So that means by using Ansible command line tool, we are working on which group? Dev group. And we have passed an argument called ls. Now am I able to see file1 and Raham there? This is exactly how to do these things. If I want to delete this Raham file, this file1 on only like node 1. I want to delete this Raham file on only node 1. What will be the command we need to perform? Wait a second. Ansible dev -a rm -f or else rf file1. So it is the command, right? Dev 1 or 0? Dev 0. So I have asked you to delete the file1 on dev node 1. So for that purpose, what we need to do? We need to give the index number. What is the index number for first node? So give 0. It is going to delete the file1 on which node? Dev 1. If you observe here, it is changed, right? How many changes we are seeing? 1 or 2? 1. So that means it is applied to how many nodes? Only 1 node. If you try to check ls, now you are able to see file1 on which node? Dev 2, second node of dev. See, if you observe here, what it is showing to me? What it is showing to me? File showing. So that means it is deleted or not deleted. What might be the reason for it? Give. Here I have given file only, but what is our file name? So that's the reason. If you miss something, like this is what we call as, like on Ansible, we need to follow something. Indentation level, we need to follow definitely, and it is case sensitive as well. So give file1. If you observe here, you are able to see file1 deleted on which node? Node 1. Are we able to see this file1 on node 1? No, because it is deleted. So for example, if I want to install a package, I want to install a package called tree. First of all, go to the dev node 2. This is my dev node 2, right? Tree package on. I'm on my dev node 2. Dev 2 node. Only dev 2 node. So what will be the command for me? Ansible. First of all, Ansible dev index number 1 -a install tree -y. Is it clear? Is it clear? Anything missing? Just observe this command 1. Is anything missing here? You are pretty sure that this command will work, but it is not going to work. Someone said it. Sudo. If you observe, we are on root user or non-root user. So if you are on non-root user, which command you need to use? Sudo. I'm executing this command without using sudo. See what will happen. It is going to throw me an error. On last, it will say that you need to be root to perform this command. So that means give up arrow and give sudo here. It will go into install the tree package now. On which mission? On dev 1 or 2? Dev 2. Go to dev 2 now. So this will be your dev 2, right? So give tree same now. Are we able to see the package now? This is the way of doing it. Now, if you want to uninstall this tree package on dev 2, what will be the command? What will be the command? Instead of install, we can simply give remove. Okay, but here I am using sudo, right? Without using this sudo command, I will be able to delete it. You can ask me how, sir. Give -b in front of -a. -b means become. That means you need not to give sudo user. You can give a tag called -b. Okay, hit enter. It is going to delete me the tree package. Are you seeing it? Remove the tree package. On which machine it is removed? Second one. Now, if I want to see the list of users on dev1, what will be the command we need to give? Total command. Ansible dev index 0 -a. Sure. List of users I have said. Users guys. cat / etc / pass wd. Okay, hit enter. Am I able to see the list of users on dev1? This is the way of doing it. If you want to add a new user on this node, what command do you need to perform? Same command, just remove this one. User add. For example, I'm having Raham. Is it going to execute? Yes, again you are false. How it can be executed? We need to give sudo, right? So give -b in front of -a. Is the user added? Now give the same command on etc password. You are able to see which user. Is this Raham user available now? This is the way of creating. Is it clear up to now? So this is the thing how we can work on using which commands? Ansible ad hoc commands. Is it clear? So there is some commands called as modules. Okay, like I think it is enough for today. Because if I say module as well, like it will be confusing for it. Because to get the things on module, we need to explain something called as like AML. Okay, freshly we will start AML tomorrow. I think it will be sufficient for today. Okay, so now for the online people, if you are having any doubts or queries, you can ask me. So all clear. We need nodes to practice, sir. Definitely, guys. Like you are having LMS access, right? So all the nodes will be your LMS only. Okay. You do not need any history comments or other comments. But if you want, I can provide you. But better you can like refer this LMS for all this practice. If you don't have any type of LMS access, please contact our admin Sanjay. Okay. And Aman, like index numbers are easy, guys. Like index number is nothing but your node number -1.